Welcome to our exploration of one of the most chilling figures in Chinese folklore, the Jiang Shi, or hopping vampire. This eerie creature is not your typical vampire. It's a reanimated corpse that hops with outstretched arms, searching for the living to drain their life force. The Jiang Shi is said to arise under specific circumstances, most notably when someone dies in an unusual manner, such as through murder or suicide, or without proper funerary rites. This legend has been passed down through generations, capturing the imagination and fear of those who hear it. But what exactly makes the Jiang Shi so terrifying? Its origins are steeped in ancient beliefs about death and the afterlife, where the boundaries between life and death blur in unsettling ways. Today, we'll dive deep into this legend, exploring its history, characteristics, and some spine-tingling encounters. To understand the Jiang Shi better, let's journey back to ancient China. Picture a small village nestled in the mountains. The villagers live in harmony, but are haunted by tales of the Jiang Shi. They speak in hushed tones about how these creatures are said to rise from their graves at night, their bodies stiff and their eyes vacant. Meet Li Wei, a curious scholar fascinated by folklore. He travels to this village to study these legends firsthand. As he arrives, he notices an unsettling atmosphere. People avoid eye contact and whisper warnings about wandering too far after dark. One evening, while sitting by a flickering lantern in a local tavern, Li Wei overhears an elderly villager recounting a harrowing experience. The man describes how he once encountered a Jiang Shi while walking home alone at night. He recalls feeling an icy chill as he turned a corner and saw the creature hopping towards him with its arms outstretched. The villagers share methods they believe can protect against these creatures, wearing special amulets, burning incense, and reciting incantations taught by Taoist priests. Li Wei learns that these priests once played a crucial role in controlling the Jiang Shi, using rituals to guide them back to their resting places. Intrigued yet terrified, Li Wei decides to venture into the woods one night to see if he can catch a glimpse of this legendary creature. Armed with only his notebook and a flickering lantern, he sets off into the darkness. As Li Wei walks deeper into the woods, an eerie silence envelops him. Suddenly he hears rustling nearby, a low moan that sends chills down his spine. His heart races as he turns to see a figure emerging from the shadows. It's a Jiang Shi. The creature's body is stiff, its skin is pale and lifeless. Its eyes glow with an unnatural light as it hops closer, arms outstretched as if reaching for him. Panic surges through Li Wei. He remembers the tales of those who had been caught by these creatures, never to return. In that moment of terror, Li Wei recalls an incantation he learned from an elder monk in the village. Return to your slumber. Your time has passed. With trembling hands, he begins to chant the words, hoping against hope that they hold power. To his astonishment, the Jiang Shi halts mid-hop. The air grows thick with tension as Li Wei continues reciting the incantation louder now. The creature's movements slow as it seems to struggle against some unseen force. In a final desperate attempt, Li Wei pulls out a piece of red paper inscribed with protective symbols, a charm given to him by one of the villagers. He holds it aloft as he chants with all his might. As dawn approaches, light begins to filter through the trees. The Jiang Shi lets out a mournful wail, before collapsing into itself, disappearing into a cloud of mist as if returning to where it came from. Li Wei stands there breathless as daylight breaks over the horizon. He can hardly believe what just transpired. He has faced one of Folklore's most feared creatures and survived. But as he makes his way back to the village, he feels different, changed. The villagers greet him with awe when they see him return unharmed. They listen intently as he shares his harrowing tale of facing the Jiang Shi and performing an ancient ritual that saved his life. Their expressions mix admiration with lingering fear. They know that while one encounter may have ended well, many others have not. Despite his victory over the Jiang Shi, Li Wei feels an unsettling weight on his shoulders. He realizes that folklore is not merely stories, but reflections of deep-seated fears and cultural beliefs about death and what lies beyond. As days pass, whispers circulate about how Li Wei confronted the Jiang Shi alone, a feat that earns him respect among villagers, but also raises questions about whether such encounters can ever truly be put to rest. Li Wei decides to leave the village, but carries with him not just stories but valuable lessons learned from his experience. He reflects on how folklore serves as both cautionary tales and cultural heritage, connecting people through shared fears and experiences. Before departing, he visits the elder monk who taught him about the rituals surrounding death and spirits. The monk smiles knowingly when Li Wei recounts his encounter with the Jiang Shi. "You've seen what many fear," he says softly. "But remember, understanding is key." As Li Wei walks away from the village for the last time, he glances back at its silhouette against the rising sun, a place forever marked by ancient legends and untold stories. The Jiang Shi remains a powerful symbol of life's fragility and our connection to those who have passed on. It serves as a reminder that while we may try to control our fears through knowledge and rituals, some mysteries will always linger in shadows. What do you think? Have you ever encountered something inexplicable? Share your own chilling stories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this exploration into Chinese folklore and want more spine-tingling tales from around the world, don't forget to check out our next video on supernatural legends. Stay curious and remember, not all legends are just stories. Some may hold more truth than we dare to believe.